Once upon a time, there was a boy named Curious George. He was so curious about every little thing and wanted to know everything about everything. One day, he went up to his teacher and asked her about the phases of the moon. She was happy to help this little boy further his knowledge about the moon. In fact, she was excited that a boy his age was so curious. She went on to tell him that there are 8 phases of the moon. The first phase is the new moon. In this phase, the side of the moon facing the earth is not illuminated. The moon is up throughout the day and down throughout the night. For these reasons, we cannot see the moon during this phase. Next comes the waxing crescent phase. During this phase, part of the moon is beginning to show. This lunar sliver can be seen each evening for a few minutes just after sunset. Then comes the first quarter phase. During this phase, half of the moon is visible for first half of the evening and then goes down, leaving the sky very dark. When most of the moon is visible, we say it is a gibbous moon. We can see all but a little sliver during this phase. The next phase I'm sure you know well. It is the full moon phase. In this phase, we can see the entire face of the moon. Next is the waning gibbous phase. During this phase, we can see all but a sliver of the moon. The difference is that instead of seeing more of the moon each night, we begin to see less and less. Then comes the third quarter phase, where we can see exactly half of the moon's lighted surface. And finally comes the waning crescent phase, in which we can only see a small sliver of the moon and is visible for less time. Alright, Curious George, this is it for today. That's all the phases of the moon. I hope this information helped you understand the different phases of the moon. Do you have any more questions for me? That was awesome! Can you tell me about the ecosystems now? Maybe another day, Curious George. Bye for now. Bye, teacher.